My colleagues and I from Brown Rudnick are truly honored to represent the plaintiff in this case, Johnny Depp.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 lawyer moments from the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case.
But he put his foot down on that one and said, you need to have consequences. You cannot do this.
For this list, we're looking at the most heated, integral, and surreal moments revolving around the attorneys involved in the Depp v. Heard trial. Which Depp v. Heard lawyer would you want on your legal team? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Dismissing a dismissal. After 13 days, Depp's attorneys rested their case on May 3, 2022. Although the trial was far from over, one of Heard's attorneys, J. Benjamin Rottenborn, asked Judge Penny Ascarati to dismiss the case right then and there. Rottenborn argued that Depp's legal team hadn't presented, quote, clear and convincing evidence. He also claimed that Depp was the aggressor in the relationship and that the plaintiff couldn't, quote, prove Ms. Heard acted with actual malice.
The undisputed evidence is that Mr. Depp did commit abuse against Ms. Heard.
Benjamin Chu, one of Depp's attorneys, countered that they had provided credible witnesses and substantial evidence that Heard was the aggressor. Ascarati ultimately denied Heard's motion to strike, finding that there was enough evidence to move forward.
The weight of that evidence is up to the fact finder, so the motion to strike is denied.
The first defense witness and Heard herself would take the stand shortly after.
And I'm going to take an advisement because ruling on it now, it would be premature.
Number 9. Not wasting anyone's time. During a cross-examination, Rottenborn asked Depp about a message that he sent to Elton John, in which the actor thanked the English singer for helping him with his sobriety. When Depp proceeded to continue talking about John's sobriety and their friendship, Rottenborn asked if they could move on the grounds that Depp was providing unnecessary background information.
Mr. Depp, I appreciate that. My only question was just to confirm that you had sent that message to Elton John, nothing else.
Depp said that he would stop talking, but he seemed to grow more frustrated when Rottenborn implied that he was wasting the court's time.
I just said I want to be respectful of the court's time and the jury's time, and I trust that you do too. So,
I don't feel like I'm wasting anyone's time.
While Rottenborn maintained a no-nonsense demeanor for the most part, even he had a hard time not laughing when Depp made a crack about giving Marilyn Manson a pill.
I once gave Marilyn Manson a pill so that he would stop talking so much.
Number 8. Richard Marx loses patience. On the stand, entertainment lawyer Richard Marx discussed, in his words, the, quote, devastating effect that Heard's op-ed had on Depp's career. Being cross-examined by one of Heard's lawyers, Adam Nadelhaft, Marx was questioned about a series of articles that criticized Depp before the op-ed's publication.
If that's what it said, it said. Are you just going to keep reading it?
While Marx acknowledged that negative press against Depp had existed, he didn't recall the specific articles that Nadelhaft listed, not even the one concerning Depp's comments about Donald Trump.
And you would agree that before the op-ed there was negative publicity for Mr. Depp about assassinating President Trump. Would you agree?
No, I missed that one.
As Nadelhaft continued to read article headlines, Marx began cracking jokes, even referencing Netflix is a joke. Eventually, they would get back to discussing the op-ed.
You agree that there was another article in 2015 that says, quote, has Johnny Depp become Hollywood's biggest joke?
I don't know. Netflix has a whole festival going now. Netflix is a joke.
Number 7. Read that again. Many trials can feel repetitive, and despite the serious questioning he's faced, Depp has chosen to make light of the monotony. With Depp on the stand, Rottenborn relayed a 2013 text conversation between the former couple. After reading each text aloud, Rottenborn asked Depp if he was reading the messages correctly. The first couple of times, Depp simply concurred.
She writes, thank you for mine. Did I read that right?
You did.
The series of texts culminated with Depp writing something disturbing about Heard's throat. After Rottenborn read this particular text twice, Depp asked him to read it yet again, igniting laughter from part of the courtroom, despite the implications of the text exchange.
Sorry, could you read that again?
Depp was likely mocking Rottenborn, as he subsequently confirmed that the attorney had read the text correctly.
I read that right, correct?
You did.
Number 6. Heard watched it. During her second day on the stand, Heard recalled an alleged incident where Depp didn't come home.
One day he didn't come home, and I was worried sick.
She claimed that he was in a hotel room with Paul Bettany and had to be carried home. In the middle of this testimony, Camille Vasquez, one of Depp's lawyers, objected. Heard's lawyer, Elaine Brederhoff, instructed her client to proceed. Heard got in only a few more words before Vasquez objected again. Before Brederhoff could finish asking her questions, Heard bluntly interjected, quote, "I watched it."
Objection, hearsay.
Did you see that?
I watched it.
This exchange is similar to another moment when Heard reflected on an engagement party. Once again, Vasquez objected. Brederhoff and Heard talked at the same time, and Heard said, "I watched it."
I was there. I watched it.
Number 5. Elaine Brederhoff's Johnny Depp impression. Johnny Depp has a distinctive voice that's not hard to imitate. Even Elaine Brederhoff can do a Depp impersonation. Whether it's a good impression is up for debate, but it definitely made for one of the defense team's most amusing moments. Questioning Heard, Brederhoff quoted an audio tape of Depp in the actor's voice.
Depp said, "You will not see my eyes again."
It's unclear if Brederhoff intended to mimic Depp or if listening to the actor's testimony for weeks on end rubbed off on her subconsciously. Either way, Depp couldn't hold back a smirk upon hearing Brederhoff's impression of him. Brederhoff subsequently repeated part of the quote, although she used her regular voice this time.
Please tell the jury about the next meeting after he said, "You will not see my eyes again."
Number 4. Adam Nadelhaft objects to himself. Sometimes attorneys don't get the answers they're looking for. Such was the case during Adam Nadelhaft's cross-examination of Ben King, Depp's former house manager. Nadelhaft began a line of questioning discussing what King had been told about the cause of the damage to Depp's hand back in 2015.
And isn't it true that in the entire time you were there, you were not informed as to what caused damage to Mr. Depp's hand?
When King started to say that the doctor had informed him about Depp's finger injury, Nadelhaft interjected with 2 words we've heard a lot throughout this trial: objection and hearsay. As familiar as those legal terms have become, Nadelhaft shook things up by objecting to his own question.
Yes, Your Honor, we do have an objection. I believe this is a recording that has the voices of people other than Ms. Heard and Mr. Depp, and on that basis.
Judge Azcarati didn't let this go unnoticed, while Benjamin Chu whispered something to Depp. Nadelhaft continued, but still didn't get the answers that he probably wanted.
But you don't know how his finger was injured, correct?
I don't think anybody mentioned it to me at that time.
Number 3. Most bizarre deposition ever. Of all the witnesses who have testified during this trial, Alejandra Romero stands out for a few reasons. The front desk employee who worked at the building where Depp lived with Heard, Romero pre-recorded his deposition from a car while vaping.
So the incident was May 21st, 2016.
Whether he was in a rush or simply didn't give a hoot, Romero started driving away before his deposition wrapped up.
Yes, I'm not going to say no because she was really always nice.
All right, this is my last.
Be nice.
All right, this is my last question.
After watching the video, everyone had the same thought, but Elaine Brederhoff was among the first to say it aloud. The 2 legal teams haven't agreed on much, which is kind of the whole idea of court. However, everyone can agree that bizarre is an accurate description of Romero's deposition.
That was a first, I'm sorry.
I will say, Your Honor, that is the most bizarre deposition.
Okay.
Number 2. Objection, hearsay. If you weren't familiar with objection or hearsay before, you'll know them by the end of this trial. While far from uncommon legal phrases, you could make a drinking game out of how many times they've been said throughout Depp v. Heard. It's hard to say whose testimony ignited the most objections, but Camille Vasquez certainly used the phrase a lot when Heard took the stand.
Objection, hearsay.
During the testimony of Jack Wiggum, Depp's agent, objections could be heard from both sides. Although Benjamin Chu's cross-examination of Wiggum wasn't long, Elaine Brederhoff still interjected multiple objections.
I'll sustain the objection. I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
In one instance, Depp actually turned the tables, using what he described as Rottenborn's, quote, favorite word.
This is hearsay.
June 21st, 2018.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. The Great Muffin Caper. How long are they going to talk about baked goods?
May I clarify what occurred so that we can stop talking about the muffins?
Depp's lawyers meet alpacas. They were bound to cross paths eventually, we guess. Thank you. The Wrong Witness. Brederhoff mistakes Don Hughes for Shannon Curry.
Dr. Curry, Dr. Hughes. I don't know why I keep doing that. My apologies.
As long as you're happy, sir. Things get snarky between Depp and Rottenborn yet again.
Well, I'm sorry, I was talking. Is that all right?
You'd answer my question. We'll take a look at the next exhibit. Thank you.
As long as you're happy, sir.
Brederhoff accused of harassing Jack Wiggum. Chu argued that he did answer the question.
Mr. Wiggum, if you could please answer my question.
Objection, harassment, he did answer the question.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Camille Vasquez cross-examines Heard. The plaintiff and defendant may be celebrities, but Camille Vasquez has arguably stolen the spotlight from the famous actors, and her cross-examination of Amber Heard was especially tense. At one point, Vasquez questioned Heard about the $7 million divorce settlement that she pledged to charity. As Heard began to respond, Vasquez firmly and as, quote, respectfully as possible, noted that she wasn't answering the question asked, and continued until she received the answer she was looking for.
That's how donations are paid.
Ms. Heard, respectfully, that's not my question.
While the jury in this case has not rendered their decision, one verdict is already in. Vasquez has won over the internet.
Mr. Depp got you that role in Aquaman, didn't he?
Excuse me?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.